50k views? No, I don't think so. 50k plus views. Motherfucker.
This seemingly uninteresting patch of land, with its few surrounding villages, is one of the most important places on Earth, but almost no one has ever heard of it. Kept completely secret, erased from any maps for decades, this area we're heading straight into right now is where the Soviets, during the arms race with America, invented, tested, and detonated 456 of their nuclear and hydrogen bombs. The unaware locals of the region having later to bear its consequences forever. Equivalent to the Los Alamos of the United States, what the Soviet Oppenheimer would create here would change the course of history as we know it today. And there is evidence left behind of the work that was done. Abandoned bunkers, a radioactive lake, but most importantly, first-hand stories from the people who lived through it, who have never spoken to anyone on camera before until now. We'll be heading to this desolate wasteland called the Semipalatinsk test site, located in the northeast of Kazakhstan.
The most nuked place on the planet.
With the scientist and expert Yerlan, the only person allowed to legally take people to this site. I don't think that any of us going into this trip, however, had fully grasped the importance of where we were headed to.
Thomas, nice to meet you. How are you?
The best smiles ever.
It's a video.
Yeah, their energy is amazing. Their smiles are beautiful.
You give good hugs.
Just like how Chernobyl started, everyone was very jolly until we got there. You are a scientist?
I am coincidentally both tour guide and also I have education in this field. I studied in the institute that was related to Soviet atomic industry, but the institute itself was established as a part of Soviet atomic project.
To start our expedition, and before our more intense exploration of the radioactive lake, we set course to what was likely the most secretive town in the USSR, the Los Alamos of the Soviet Union. Strangely enough, even though Los Alamos was completely dismantled, most of this town still remains.
What's the name of this town that we're in right now?
The city is named after prominent Soviet scientist Igor Kurchatov, who was technical leader of whole Soviet atomic project.
How would he compare to Oppenheimer on?
He was a counterpart or peer to Robert Oppenheimer. Before the war he had quite different interests. He was engaged mainly in electricity research, in physics. He always dreamed about getting electricity and all kinds of energy, releasing other kinds of energy. His great big true passion was to using nuclear energy peacefully. He was engaged in nuclear research only due to the war, global politics. This settlement was established in 1947. It was never shown in maps. It was kept secret. It was not possible to buy train tickets for it. Local guys being recruited to Soviet army first were transported by airplane to Moscow and landed there, and then transported back here. And many of them truly thought that they are somewhere near Moscow.
Wow.
And
This was top secret.
yeah.
So, we're gonna step into an abandoned KGB building in one of the most secretive cities of the Cold War.
The KGB was at the epicenter of the Soviet Union, serving both for domestic security and foreign intelligence. As a highly secretive organization, they were notorious for their surveillance tactics used for censorship and repression of political opposition.
If they were so secretive, then why do we know about them?
They were in charge of the secrecy of this nuclear project, and this...
Kinda bad at their job, I would say. Trist War, Shadow Monster, Sag, Eoxa, Forsen, Buzzin, Tuomi's Elpis, Marcus Meeples, and our Tour Monk. Welcome back, ladies. Welcome.